And of course, Charlie's camera is not in scene, so I'll have to fix that. It's always something, right? It's always something.
Fault. This is your fault.
You left.
Fix it.
All right, let me fix Charlie. Yeah, it's Dimension 119, and we're back at it for more Lesser Rings. If you guys notice, we technically started before 5:30, but we're actually live at 5:36 versus 6:36 like
good.
normal. So we're at least heading in the right direction so far. But I'm gonna fix Charlie, or attempt to, and
oh no,
I'll give it over to Kevin, and he can do all his stuff while I fix Charlie.
There we go.
Yeah, so welcome back, everybody. Nathan has been very excited about his new computer, so congratulations to him for that up and running. I wish I had a soundbite. I'm sure that means bigger and better streams from him, with a lot more things to do. So we are looking forward to what he can do. We jump back into Middle-earth with our fellowship finally making their way through the marsh, the Midgewater Marsh. They have been eaten by bugs, attacked by orcs, and they found an old Dunedain town, half sunken in the mire, overgrown. There, on a small rise in the middle of this, what would be the center of this town, was a hill and a chair called the King's Chair. There, Damrod, sitting in place of the ancestors of the kings long ago, he looked out across the marsh and noticed, not so far away, a mound rising. Just as the sun was beginning to set, the group head off in that direction. Damrod finally able to guide them to the location, arriving outside of what they assume to be the Black Barrow. Some missteps by our group led to them spending a little bit more time in the marsh than what was comfortable. But they have finally arrived, and they stand outside of a large green mound with steep sides, an opening that is clearly blocked by a large stone. But examining the ground around this stone, they see that it can be moved, and in the past has been moved, although not perhaps for some time. What would you all like to do?
I'm definitely going to go in there.
Yeah, I'm going to go check it out because he can't go in alone.
Let me just get to where we are.
Definitely have my spear in my hand, probably.
Well, as I said, there is a large stone in place at this moment in time over an opening.
I put my shoulder against it, try to move it.
Okay, give me a strength check.
That's like my worst skill.
It's better than mine. I can guarantee that.
Strength check. Here we go.
Ooh.
What was it?
2.
Ooh. Aurelian, help!
Yeah.
What is a -2? Do you think I can do it?
Not with that attitude.
Not with my can't do attitude.
Okay.
Certainly, you are unable to move the stone, Rook.
I will also try.
Very well.
How about a
What?
9?
Damn elves.
What is going on through? What else? What is going through Marikar's mind at this moment in time? And I guess Damrod, as they stand and watch on as the two frail elves, potentially that's going through your mind, are trying to move this large stone.
I'm picturing Marikar and Damrod just like standing next to each other, watching them try their damnedest to move this rock, and they like look at each other, and then look back at them, and Marikar would say, "Think they're gonna do it?"
I think we could if you would get over here and help.
It's not a chance. I'll never move that thing.
Look, Damrod is the guide. Marikar, you are just muscles. Get over here.
All I had to do was ask, and Marikar would go over. He'd kind of stretch out a little bit, and then he would look to Aurelion, and he would say, "You got to lift with your back, not your legs." And
Are you
then
going to lift
he would
this?
move, and then he'd move it out of the way.
He's gonna
what do you need from
suplex
me?
it.
A strength save or a strength check?
It should just be a strength check. Just
Okay,
click strength.
Oh shit!
that's an 18.
Moves it.
Yeah. You are able to push this stone
Yeah.
enough to create an opening. As you do, the three of you standing around near the stone and near where this opening is, a sudden rush of foul smelling air sort of attacks you from inside.
Oof.
It comes rushing out, almost like a gas
fart.
escaping from a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a fart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it
indeed.
smell better or worse than Marikar?
Slightly worse.
Ooh.
Yeah. Even Marikar turns around and goes in the direction of Aurelion.
although you have been trudging through a swamp for like the last 3 days, I guess 4
Oh,
days.
so it probably just smells like swamp.
Yeah, like you are all pretty icky, I guess. And maybe a little bit smelly. It's very uncomfortable for Aurelion generally.
Mhm.
When is Aurelion not uncomfortable?
Very true.
See
I-
that? All back. Come on.
Aurelion isn't really deterred by that smell that much. Uncomfortable, yes, but deterred, no. And he will pull out his bow and head into the cave.
I swing my spear around because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough clearance in a cave to shoot my bow.
Yeah, how tight is it, Kevin?
I mean, it's enough for people to sort of. You'll have to duck. The opening is big enough for someone to pass in. Although looking through, I'll show you an image now of the entrance.
Yeah.
Looking
Oh,
up,
yeah.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It slopes down quite steeply into the barrow itself. Maybe Rook and yourself are a little bit more live than certainly Marikar. And Damrod is very tall. So you will have to essentially crouch down a little bit and scramble feet first, I guess, as you descend into the barrow.
I'd probably go down slowly using my spear as like a stop. Just it's because it looks fairly steep from the picture that you showed us. So I mean, you can't just go running in there. You're probably gonna fall over yourself. So I probably collapse a leg and almost slide down, use my spear kind of to guide me which way I wanted to go and kind of keep my speed straight.
Okay, who is going down first?
I'll do
I'm
it.
just gonna take my paraglider out and just slowly glide down.
Wait, you gotta go to Lookout Landing first to get that. Have you been there?
Have any of your characters done spelunking before?
Definitely not.
You will
I don't
all be
think
at disadvantage.
officially, but
Officially.
I think Marikar's read about that somewhere.
read about it, yes.
Yeah, no, I did some illegal spelunking, says Rook.
Yeah, so splunking is a lot different than what you guys are thinking
I mean,
over in
the
Marikar's
elven-
town.
the woodland king does live in caves, in a great cave. So potentially. Aurelion, you are going down first. I'd like you to give me an acrobatics check for me, please. Okay. Yeah, you are successfully able to lightly sort of hop down as such, twist and manipulate your body to go from sound footing to sound footing, boulder to boulder as you scoot down, potentially on all fours or however you see Aurelion descending.
It's very careful, but he makes it look kind of effortless. And instead of doing his bow, he's going to take a page from Rook's book and pull out his scimitar because it's probably too close quarters for long range.
Yeah. Rook, are you following? Are you attempting this descent at the same time and just behind Aurelion, or just above Aurelion, I guess? Or are you going to wait for them to get down?
Yeah, I'll probably wait for him to get down, and once I know he's down, I know if I fall, I won't go crashing into him. Okay. I follow.
It's a good play. Ooh.
Oh shit.
I'm hopefully there is a large black blob in the middle of that map for you all. Okay, excellent.
Why, is there something in that black blob?
Oh no, it's just your soul.
Surely not.
You're such
where your soul should be.
You're such a horrible liar, dude. Like, you can tell when you're about to lie because you get this sideways smile. I'm like, yeah, he's not lying.
He does.
He has a horrible poker face.
The devious DM smile.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, a 2 is definitely enough passive perception.
Everything's fine as far as you know.
Yeah, so I've just placed Aurelion on the map. So you in there now. Aurelion, let me just read some text for you. The upper Barrow, the upper chamber here, is lined with stone coffins. And you can see that there is heraldry of the Dunedain here. Taking a quick scan around the room, also, you see that there are small jars and some chests. The ones nearby are all empty. And that's the first thing that you notice when you get down, Aurelion.
Yeah, he's definitely going to start rummaging through that just to look for the thing that we're looking for. But besides that, he's going to keep his back as close to the wall as possible and kind of scan the area.
Okay. Are you waiting for any of the others to come down with you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I guess, Rook, you're coming down next, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Sue.
Yeah, you are also able to make it down quite easily, especially using, as you said, your spear as a walking stick crutch as you make your way down.
Just kind of slide to a stop. Like, that's how it's done. Look over to Aurelion.
Yeah,
kind of figure out where the hell he went.
Again, you see the same thing that I just described with Aurelion. There are coffins, jars scattered around, a few chests.
I'd be doing the same thing that he was doing, just walking around, rummaging through things that are in there.
Let me know as soon as you see something.
Yeah,
You might.
I'll go
it's
this
very-
way.
It's very possible you might accidentally find what we're looking for and not even know it.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll go this way. You go that way.
And he'll go the other way.
Are the other two looking to come down?
Yeah, America will try to go down.
Okay. I'm guessing Marikar's going to go next. So give me that
Yeah.
acrobatics check.
That's an 8.
An 8.
Oh no!
You on your way down. Again, maybe it's your size. You're a thick boy.
His thick boy.
Thick boy.
Yeah, and at some point you put your leg out against the wall to your left or something to get a good sound footing, and the wall gives way. Your foot slips. Just give me a dexterity save.
That's a 4.
Okay. Marakar slips and tumbles, and he will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage
Oof.
as he tumbles down and lands solidly on his rump. Oh,
Yeah. He like somersaults his way down.
giant Marakar.
I mean, you
I'm
did say he
coming.
was a thick boy.
That's a
Yeah.
big boy.
Yeah. The two elves, you turn to see Marakar land solidly on his backside as he arrives in the chamber. Now, Marakar, you can't see a thing.
Full of a took.
Marikar would yell out, "Hey, are you guys in here? Hello, hello, hello!" And then he'd just start walking. Just randomly start walking wherever he goes.
We are. Can you hear us?
Nice.
Good.
Um,
He'd be like, "Whoa, you're everywhere."
while this conversation's going on, Damrod is kind of in the entrance trying to light a torch. Will-
Damrod can light a torch quite easily.
I don't imagine I could
Where'd
like
he go?
carry it down, so I would probably yell down there to Marikar, "There's a torch," and then like toss it through the opening.
Here's a torch.
Marikar would try to catch it.
Oh, and he catches it like right like this.
Or with his face.
This is where the first like circus performers were born, right here. The fire breathers and sword swallowers and torch eaters and all that. This is where they started.
I was so sure you were
Oh.
going to say this is where the death happens.
I did
That
too.
too.
Well, that was
Yeah,
gonna be if I didn't throw a torch down when Marikar went tumbling down this black hole over here, but
Catch his hair on fire.
I'm trying to keep that stopped for now.
Full now.
Yeah, you toss the torch down and it lands on the floor in front of Marikar's feet. Marakar, you can pick it up without any difficulty.
I sure hope so.
Now, when you say torch, is it like a piece of wood that is lit, or is it a flashlight?
It's a flashlight.
I hope it's a piece of wood that's lit.
It's actually Damrod's flashlight.
Ah!
Oh, ew.
You're
Yeah,
fired,
Don't speak
Kevin.
about Nala or whatever her name is that way.
Wah, wah, wah.
Kevin, I'm gonna have to send you to jail.
Is this the
Hey.
Lion King now, Ray?
What's her name? I don't remember. It was like Nala.
Nyla.
Nyla.
Nala.
This isn't freaking Lion King.
Just can't wait to be king.
No, that was last. That was last game. That was what Aragon was singing.
Right before he almost died.
Is Damrod gonna make the descent?
Absolutely.
Go ahead then. And
It's just gonna
give me
stand
a
there looking at you.
acrobatics.
It's like, mm.
He's like, nah, I'm not going down there.
You
look out.
You make your way down, and you are also successful at bringing yourself down into the barrow itself. Certainly a lot more gracefully than Marakar did. You, with the light of the torch that Marakar is holding, you can also see that in the circle that you see about you, you just see on the edge of your vision down here, maybe a coffin, sarcophagus of some sort. You see some jars and some chests. You do also see two rusted long swords down here. And you can, I'm guessing Aurelian and Rook begin their survey of the room by going left and left and right.
Yes, please.
In the center, you do see that there are large stones that look like they've potentially fallen from the roof itself. These boulders have. And perhaps the remnants of a staircase, which is long since rotten. As you see some wooden pilings just at the start underneath some of the rubble here. In the center, there is a hole down into a lower chamber. And as Marakar dangles the torch over into the hole, you can see a black water down there. You can't. Well, you can give me a perception check, Marakar.
I will.
Is your werewolf
proceed.
okay, Ray?
He's never okay, actually.
That's a 20
Sorry.
perception.
Oh,
Doing
nice.
yard work outside, so he's freaking out.
Yeah,
It's fine. I just don't hear him. I don't usually hear him as active as this.
There's never yard work going on when we're streaming.
Yeah, this water is maybe 20 feet below you. And as you hold the torch over the hole, you see the water, and through the water, potentially the light has penetrated enough to give a glint of something that's down there in the water itself.
Oh, there's something in there?
There's a glint of something under the water itself.
Hey, there's something down here.
Don't go in the water, Nates. You've seen all the movies. You know what happens.
Seen the what? Here, hold this. I'm going to go down there.
Can I try to stop him?
Yeah, I want to stop him.
Yeah.
Can we all stop him?
America would
Yeah.
be really confused by that. He's like, no, there's something shiny down there.
What you doing to my waters?
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
Kevin, can I try to look and see what he's talking about?
Yeah, you can see that slimy moss grows all around the lower part of the chamber, where the water. You can assume that the marsh water has sort of seeped in and has filled mostly the lower chamber itself. Give me a perception check, Aurelia. 12. You can see vague shapes under the water. Although it's maybe difficult to to see where Marikar has been pointing. The water looks quite deep.
That description is definitely of those shapes is definitely not specific enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of like get down and kind of like peer into the hole, try to see what he's looking at.
Okay,
Like
give
it's
me a
right
perception check.
there.
You said perception check?
Yeah.
Right there next to the ominous shape.
We just need to toss like a long chain, a bucket, and a skeleton and armor down there, and we'll be fine.
19.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah. Again, the light of the torch reflects off one or two shiny things. It seems down there now that you're getting a lot closer and peering down. You can see, like I said, a vague shape of maybe another coffin just here, or sarcophagus just here.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm not going down there.
Well, aren't we looking for something shiny?
That big?
Well, maybe not the whole damn thing.
It could be inside it.
No, it could be a body inside it too.
Here, Rook, I can tie a rope around you. We'll send you down, and if anything goes wrong, I could just yank it back up. You're light.
He kind of
Like 40 pounds.
He kind of points him with his spear. He's like, if you come near me trying with that rope, you're going in there without one.
I mean, do you want to hold me up by the rope? I'll go down there, but you guys are weak.
Damrock can hold you up because we couldn't move a stinking rock, but freaking Damrock can hold you up.
Marikar,
I'm a thick boy.
Me. I'll go.
All right.
No, you're not. If something happens to you, I'm in trouble. You're staying here. I kind of peer over at Damrod.
You're in trouble with who exactly? Well, you gotta go to the Undying Lands and tell Iwiel.
Legolas, Thranduil, not to mention freaking everybody else, like, Elrond and them. I'm not doing this. You're not going in there.
He just
Listen,
rolls his
Rook,
eyes.
it's fine. Elves don't die. What are you so worried about? And he goes to pull
They
out
do.
rope. He goes to pull out rope from his bag, and he goes, "Hey, Brooke, you got any rope?"
No, I don't. Sorry. I'm all out.
He looked to Aurelion.
I have rope. I've got a blanket.
Oh, I got one of those too. We can tie them together. I'm
Definitely
sure it'll be fine.
not.
That's not gonna work.
I was here for the rope. I'm not here for 2 blankets.
All right. How far down is it?
So to the water level, you're looking at about 20 feet to water level.
It's not horrible.
Okay, we can make a person rope.
We're not.
I'll
doing
hang
that.
on the edge.
No,
And
No.
then you guys hang on.
that's worse.
According to the map, Damrod's just over there, just like.
Listen, I'm not saying anything out of character, but Nathan is making the face of someone who absolutely has rope and doesn't want to say it.
we all turn around to Damrod all at the same time.
This is the face of someone who's trying to come up with another plan because I don't have rope either. At least I don't have it listed on my equipment.
Okay.
So
this is where I would say, do you think your character would have brought rope?
we don't have Sam with us. Sam is the one that's always like, you need rope. Every adventurer needs rope.
Again, you're the
Sam?
ranger.
I feel like in all seriousness, I feel like a ranger probably would have rope.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
again, if you feel Marikar would have brought rope or Rook would have brought rope, then by all means you can have rope.
Marikar's pouches are full of axes and wood.
Yeah.
I don't like the phrase his pouches is full of wood.
I mean, that basically sums up Marikar.
I mean, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not true. I can't help if you don't like it. I do you think that Damrod is like not okay just lowering someone down into the hole with rope at the moment? I think he's like, as you guys are arguing again, he's not going out of the torchlight because he can't really see, but he's kind of going like to the edge of the torchlight. You might hear him like sigh every time like Marikar leans over and like holds the torch closer to the hole because it takes some of his torchlight away where he's looking for something. And Damrod's just like, and I'll just stand there for a minute, like wait for Marikar to kind of pull back so he can see whatever he was looking at again. He's gonna look for some kind of like suitable rock or anything really that he can tie this rope to that's not gonna just like fall off, so that he can kind of lower down and test what's down there, test the depth of the water and that kind of thing before like lowering someone into this pit.
Here's an idea. We got all these rocks and stuff up here. What if we just throw all of the debris down here and make like a little ramp with all the trash?
With that, I'm going to pick up a pebble and toss it into the hole
I'm
and
gonna-
see how long it takes to hit.
Can I grab Aurelian's hand? Like, can I be coming back like at that time?
Yeah. Aurelian picks up a pebble, about to throw it in, and you can go to grab his hand to stop him if you wish.
I would love to.
What now?
We might want to be a bit more careful about disturbing whatever could be down there.
Oh, because it certainly hasn't hurt us up here arguing about this.
You haven't
It's a
disturbed
pebble.
you haven't disturbed the water yet.
Hey, is anyone down there?
I take a tiny pebble and throw it in when he's not looking.
Yeah. At the same time, Marikar kicks a rock down there.
I just
Yeah,
drop my rock on the ground.
you behind the
Alright.
two of you, you hear a plop and then a large sploosh as the pebble and the rock collide with the water surface.
Marikar looks at you guys like, was I not supposed to do that?
Damrod's like rubbing his forehead. There are things in the waters in this land that you must be careful around. Let's just hope there's not one in there.
The waters ripple and roll. The surface rolls to lap against the sides of the chamber of what you can see. And a silence hangs in the air as you are all pensively waiting for something. You wait as the torch reflects off the dark surface. Nothing seems to happen. No large tentacles come and grab one of you and a giant maw. None of that happens, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Well, nothing happened.
Yeah, Marikar would while all that's going on, Marikar would whisper quietly to Damrod and be like, "So like creatures, you mean like snakes? Because I don't do snakes. So like if there's snakes down there, we might actually have to leave."
How long did it
Well, there
take-
may not be anything now, but I believe that would have been the least of your worries if what I had thought was down there might be down there.
No, I'm super afraid of snakes, so it's probably the most of my worries.
Snakes
Right.
are more afraid of you
I'm-
than you are of them.
I'm willing to lower one of the elves down if we need to.
Oh no.
Shit.
I'm just
Is that a
joking.
Balrog?
That's not fair.
I was like, you don't throw a Balrog at us. That's just not nice.
That's not a
No,
Balrog.
That was a
Like look
that
like
was
a
an
dragon.
ancient black dragon. It was an ancient
Look
black
like
dragon.
look like a Balrogian dragon. Okay.
No, he threw a
had-
Balrog at us before when you weren't here.
Balragan.
Thank God.
I just had it hid.
Dragabog.
No, but you can see the general outline of the chamber below. The water's still rippling and lapping against the sides.
I think it's safe to go in. I can go in if you guys aren't comfortable with it.
I'm comfortable. Give me the rope. If we have rope.
I pull
There
rope
we
out of my bag and I hand it to Aurelion.
You had rope this whole time?
You liar!
I'm not giving it to him to lower me into this black abyss.
I
You weren't
offered.
going.
We're good now, though. Here you go. Here, I just hand to Aurelion.
And I'll hand it to Marikar.
I'll hand it to Damrod.
Hop.
And hand it back to Rook.
Don't you do it.
When you hand it to Damrod, he's putting his rope back in his pack because he already had it out, trying to lower something down into the thing. And he's just like looks at you, just like,
hey, no, use your rope. It's already out. It's already wet. Use your rope.
it's already halfway put away, Rook.
I grab it and I start to pull mine back. Like, no, yours is already wet. We're gonna use yours first.
We're the most inefficient party.
Who's going down? That's
Me.
I jump in the hole. Woo!
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I will try to stop him.
Well, that's the end, guys. That's the death. It's happened. That's the full stream title. So
after I put the rope in my pack, I kind of lean over and I kind of like start to tighten things down. Like, all right, I'm going in.
All right. You tried to stop him, Aurelion?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Contested athletics then.
Oh no.
I'm not
Okay, wait. Charlie, on 3.
1, 2.
2, 3. Dang it.
You guys suck.
Just about. Aurelion, you grab a hold of a piece of clothing that I guess rips as Rook launches himself into the water. With a sploosh and a splash, he lands.
Nice.
Sinking quickly. And your feet hit the water. Sorry, hit the floor.
Push myself back up.
You push yourself back up. The water's about maybe 10 feet deep, 12 feet deep.
Can I kind of like put my head like in the water and kind of like look around? Maybe I can see something important.
You can. The water's not very clean. It's not very clear. Give me a perception check. We'll be at disadvantage.
No.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I mean, as you're looking down the torchlight, you see that some of the coins were disturbed. You can see some like coins, obviously, have been disturbed by your jump into the water and pushing off the floor.
I'd kind of like
tumbling back down to settle again.
I'd do that little thing that everybody does and trying to go deeper, and I would like try to grab a coin and jump back up with it. Like I found.
Okay, give me an athletics check. Very good. And then I believe you've got to give me a D20. Yeah, give me a D20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when Rick jumps in, Marikar looks at everyone and he's like, "Hey, did we check any of the stuff up here first?"
We have, yes.
We looked
okay.
I don't think you got all that far around the room. Unfortunately,
I was gonna say there's no way you can check the whole game.
That's why I said a little.
You said I'm gonna go this way, and then I came down and fucked everything up.
Good old Marikar.
Give me 1d6, Charlie.
Oh fuck. 2.
You get two. You're able to grab a hold of 2 gold pieces.
Awesome. Whenever I come back up, I kind of like, split them, like, found these. These are mine, but I found these.
Can you see anything besides coins down there?
Hold on. Look around again. Come back up. Not really. I mean, I kind of kicked up a little bit of dust, so I can't see a whole lot.
What
Oh,
about
really?
that?
Okay.
What
Oh,
about
he
that
wants me down there?
sarcophagus?
You, with your perception check previously, you do see that there are more coins. There might be some jewelry potentially down there. A sword is down there.
Can I grab that sword real quick?
You can give me another athletics check.
Let's hope it's better. As good.
If it's another just just a blade, Rick's gonna be so
Shut up!
bad.
Don't put ideas in the DM's head, damn rod.
Look,
Uh,
no, what you do is you make like a double fisted sword or whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
You
Narsil,
you
as it
swim
were.
down and you grab a hold of the sword and you come up. And as you break the surface, the sword blade itself was broken. You grab the hilt and maybe 1.5 foot of sword of blade as you break the surface. It is in pretty good condition, although the leather wrap and the wood of the grip has certainly been destroyed by the long resting place of being in the water and in this
Maybe
barrow.
Eric can whittle me one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rick doesn't like swords
effectively-
with wooden handles, does he?
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
just like? Can I
He
give
wants, he wants epoxy.
Can I give it like a one? Like, see if it's like worth keeping, or if
Yeah,
it's just an old sword.
Give me a investigation check. You'll be disadvantaged because you're swimming at the moment. Oh, yeah, just looks like a broken bladed sword.
I don't need that. I tell Aurelion, come on. There's like coins and jewelry and a box. We gotta look in the box. I'm not doing it alone.
As soon as he says that there's jewelry, then Aurelian kind of like shrugs off his pack, hands it to Damrod, and jumps in, trying to be a little bit more careful.
Okay. Are you getting into the water as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. Are you going to jump in, or are you going to try and climb down?
He basically just tries to like do a combination of climb / sliding down.
Okay. Yeah. You you do your best. The water is cold. You do your best to get into the water, not disturbing what is on the bottom as much as what Rook did. You do have to drop the final bit, however, and your head goes underwater and your hair gets wet and potentially goes up your nose a little bit.
Can I make any kind of checks to see if I can look for any of that jewelry that Rook was talking about?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Yeah, you can see shiny things under the water. Maybe the water got in your eyes. Maybe you're not a very good swimmer. It is an athletic ability swimming, and something you're not very good at. So yeah, maybe you can't focus on actually looking. You're just trying to doggy paddle
Yeah.
and keep your head above water.
Brooke, you probably
uh,
haven't seen Aurelian swim in like several hundred years, but boy, is it a mess.
Kevin,
It is
it's called Elfie Paddle.
Elfie
Elfie
paddle.
paddle.
Yeah.
He's just staring at Aurelian like,
He's kind of just doing the windmill thing with his arms.
He's splashing so much, but not going anywhere.
Yeah, he 100% is. I have proficiency in athletics, and it's still a 0.
You can still have a go at trying to retrieve something.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
since he's gonna sink anyway.
Athletics.
Damn it.
Let's have a look. 11. Yeah, you needed a 13.
Mhm.
You
starts drowning.
Yeah, you duck underwater and you try to swim down to the bottom to grab something. Now you can choose whether you wish to try and grab something or not grab something. However, if you still wish to grab something, you will take a level of exhaustion.
Not doing it.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
worth it.
you come bursting back out of the water, spluttering and breathing heavily.
I grab a hold of him, like kind of push him against the side, say, grab the side, gosh. Before you drown.
I will just chameleon onto the side.
It turns out Aurelian's only in like the shallow part of the area. It's like, oh, it's only 3 feet here.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. Anything else that anyone would like to do?
Marikar would
Damrod?
just look to Damrod and he'd be like, what the hell did we have that big old conversation about a rope for?
I still have my rope.
It's
wet.
wet.
Now.
Oh well.
You know, I never really know why this fellowship is arguing half the time.
I'll tell you why.
And
Hello.
Damrod pulls his rope back like the rest of the way back out of his pack. He goes ahead and ties the stone that he was going to use to kind of test the waters onto the rope and just like slowly lowers it down to them. Just having a stone on there so that it's like somewhat stable on the way down. Just so that they're ready to come, they can get back up when they need to. You'll probably try to find some kind of big boulder or something to try to tie it off to as well.
I'll tell you what, I forgot to say, as you did try to go down and get something, just roll me a d20, Aurelia. An 8. Okay. What would that have given you? Okay. So the rope has been descended, into the water. It's anchored to the bottom. What would you? It's probably right by Aurelian, I guess, as well. So you can hold on to the rope that's Marikar's probably holding.
I'll offer it to Rook first, just because I have a strong feeling if I try to climb it, it's gonna break. I don't have good athletics. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I yell over,
Why would the rope break?
I don't know.
Oh man, I failed my athletics check. The rope broke.
That sounds like a thing Kevin would do.
Failed my athletics check. The universe hates me.
I would kind of ask Marikar, where were you pointing at? Because all I found was some jewelry and some coins.
Oh, I don't know. I forgot. Aren't we looking for jewelry?
I mean, yes, but it's probably not going to be down here.
How sure are you about that? You should probably look around a little more.
While I offer Rook the rope, I will try to look down there one more time just to be sure.
All right, just don't kill yourself doing it.
No promises. That is out of character. Do I need to make another perception check?
Yeah.
Cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, maybe it's just the angle at which you're clinging to the rope and the side of the chamber, but you can't see much difference down there.
I will resurface, and while catching my breath, about 95% it's not down here.
Okay. Well, that's pretty sure.
I start climbing up the rope.
Okay.
I'm getting out of this stupid pool.
That's the two
I
people that
offered to go
willingly
by
jumped
myself.
into the pool.
Well, you know what? I found 2 coins, and that's mine. I'm keeping it. Whatever. I did my part. I
Rook,
looked.
you,
I didn't find much. Whatever.
Yeah, Rook, you're able to climb up the rope and out of the hole. Aurelian, you gonna have a go?
Yes, please.
Give me an athletics check. I'm joking.
Okay. What is a
Oh,
5
no!
give me?
You almost died.
I was
Peter
joking
out.
anyway. No, I didn't make Rook have to do it. I was just
Yeah, I
having
know.
fun
I was
doing it.
thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
no,
you come up, Marikar kind of grabs your arm, helps you up, and he goes, "Woof, you need a bath."
I shove him.
Can we push him in?
That'd be really
No,
funny.
I don't think you physically can.
Yeah, that's true.
I attempt to push him in the hole.
Contested athletics.
And then I
Yeah.
attempt to toss you back in the hole.
Yeah. There we go then. Go on. Contested athletics.
Oh no,
Oh,
you might have it.
Rook has a chance. Rook has a chance.
Can I grab the torch and start searching
Yeah!
while this is happening?
And the meek shall inherit the earth.
Marikar completely sort of
Yeah.
laughing about the fact that you could never push me like that. And Rook notices that you're like
off
the
balance or
rock-
something.
the sort of rock that you're standing on is actually
I
loose.
kicked that rock.
And you're like, oh, and you just tumble backwards, splash.
Yeah, I
into
go
the water.
backwards, and the torch goes whoop, and then just falls right,
Oh,
right
no,
down
not
into
the
the water.
torch.
I pull the rope up. You can't what?
Mablung.
What?
Damrod, you cannot see a thing. Marikar, you cannot see a thing.
I dropped the rock, so it hits the water with a splash because he can't see anything.
Something touched me! Something touched me! Help! Help! Something's down here!
Mablung, help him up.
Why?
Damron is gonna try, reach down and try to find a sturdy rock near where he's at and just sit on it.
Yeah, you kind of have enough of an idea of what was around you, and you can just backpedal a little bit and just find a large boulder and just plonk yourself on it.
I try to guide Ericard to the rope, like it's over here. Come on, no, not that. Go right, your other right. Come over here.
It's so echoey. I don't know where you are.
I'm about to leave this rope and go explore. May the odds ever be in your favor. No, honestly, I try to guide him. Honestly, I try to guide him over to the rope, kind of have him come to where I'm at.
If one of you two would like to grab my tinderbox and a torch, you can attempt to light it. I'd try myself, but I can't see anything.
Okay, since Rick's doing all that.
I think you can still do it, Damrod. I'm sure you've been in a dark place and had to light a torch.
Oh, I'm 100% gonna make one of the people that caused this do it, though.
Okay.
I will light that. Not because I don't catch on to the fact that you could absolutely do that. I'm just like, oh, these stupid humans can't do a single thing.
While that's going on, Marikar is just swimming the edge. Just and just kind of feeling around to see
Back
if
over
there's
here.
a rope.
No, it's back over.
No, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Okay, Aurelian, give me a survival check.
Okay.
Stop right there. Stop.
Yeah, you're able
Feel
to get the
the rope.
torch lit.
Does that happen right as he gets like he grabs onto the rope?
Potentially, yeah, can do.
I will hand the torch over to Damrod while just giving Rook the biggest stink eye. And I will go.
He pulls his long hair over his face so Aurelian can't see his eyes, and he kind of positions it just right. He's like, "Come on, buddy."
And I will
Marikar,
go
would you
look.
Marikar, would you want to take a look in the water while you're in it?
Not if I can't see anything.
I mean, the torch has been lit now, so
Oh.
Yeah, if I can see, I'll take a look.
okay. Yeah, give me a perception check.
What?
Ooh.
No.
Can I use an inspiration?
Yeah, of course you can.
All right. Well, that's that.
I mean, you can see things, you just can't make out what things are down there. So
This is just one big puddle of mud.
Yeah, that's all it is. Oh, I thought there was something shiny in here.
yeah. I mean, again, you can see maybe something shiny, you just can't tell
Yeah.
what it is.
Right.
You can take a swim down and have a go of finding it if you wish.
Nah, it's probably nothing. I'm making my way
Okay.
back up.
Okay. Yeah, you can climb your way out.
I conveniently kind of stumble over that way to get away from him. So he's
yeah,
up.
the three of you are soaking wet, dripping,
Sounds
potentially
like Damrod
cold.
needs to go next.
As you begin to take a walk around the chamber together, well, the elves and the humans splitting up. Why don't you give me investigation checks? Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Marikar, you're probably just a little bit confused at how the elf managed to push you
Yeah,
so easily.
he's questioning life.
Okay. What
How's it
are
exact-
you? Is there anything specific you are one looking at or two looking for? Really, as you can see, as I said, there are some open chests, some small jars and stuff scattered around. Down by Damrod, there are some two sarcophagi. There are some swords on the floor also. Again, certainly affected by the conditions.
I would just honestly be looking for gold items or any kind of exotic items. I'm not sure, like an exotic, I don't know, weapon or helmet or something.
Yeah. Okay. Aurelian.
100% only focused on finding a ring.
Yeah. Okay. Damrod.
Damrod's going to look for the ring, but he's going to avoid the sarcophagi because he once heard tale of a dwarf and a like a dragonkin getting strange evil powers from messing with sarcophagi.
Very well. Do you take a look at them while you're there? As in just have a little scan over?
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to look at him. He's just not going to disturb him.
Okay. Yeah. look at the rolls. Okay, so Aurelion, you search through the jars and such. Give me a D20.
Okay.
And a D10. Okay, you find 11 silver and 9 gold amongst the jars over your side of the room.
I'm just gonna pawn that off to Rook.
Rook, you're looking through maybe some of the casks. Give me a you find in yours a letter, a parchment, shall I say? Let me just find this. Okay, you find 2 bundles, Rook, of moth-eaten personal effects. You find some traveling gear. One is dwarven made with tools and other equipment like a crowbar and a portable block and tackle. You find a dagger. Nothing particular noteworthy about this dagger. And a few other sort of personal trinkets, some cooking tins and such. You also find amongst these things a note. As you try to read it, however, the parchment that it's on is falling apart, and all you can make out, it seems like maybe some instructions in how to find this place. Because all you can make out is Barrow, Weathertop, King's Chair, Unearth. However, there is one name on here that there is a name on here with underneath a seal on it of a black bird, and the name is Gorlank.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you get that, Charlie? Yeah,
You said Gorlank?
yeah. Gorlanc.
Okay. Okay. I would just kind of tell everybody like it seems like it could be instructions to here. It's signed with Blackbird seal and the name Gorlank. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
You can give me an intelligence save, Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell to you. Aurelion, you can do so as well.
Okay.
Have a look. You remember perhaps an elf long ago amidst your uncle's retinue, or that visited your uncle long ago in Eregion. He was someone that was very much disgruntled with the Noldor and soon left to go to the realms of the wood. He left Eregion to go back to the realm of the woodland folk, led by Arondor. No, Orather. Yeah, Orather. Orather was the father of Thranduil, who died in the Battle of the Last Alliance. He ruled all of Mirkwood at the time. And this Gorlank was almost a nickname. And he despised the Noldor, but kept himself separate from even the people of the Woodland Realm.
Okay. You don't recognize that name at all, I take it.
No, I have no clue what that is.
I do recognize that. He was an elf who lived in Eregion for a time. He knew your grandfather. Very, very not kind individual who left for Mirkwood. He despised the Noldor. So,
Why?
Who could say? I was too young to really know him. I guess it wouldn't be too surprising. I heard that he was keen to staying away from pretty much everyone. But
seems like an elf that has lost his way.
It truly does. But this artifact we're looking for, I believe that it may be connected to your grandfather, so maybe this is showing us we're on the right way.
Well, let's see what we can find here. Go back to looking.
Damrod, you look over the sarcophagus, just at a glance, and you see names of Dunedain here. And they say both of these names end with son of Elder Masil. Give me a history check. Yeah. Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell to you, this name at all. Although you can see that the sarcophagus does bear the symbol of the Arnor line of kings. Let me just the royal line of kings. Post it in Discord.
Oh no, snakes!
Sanakes.
I'm a snake.
A slithery snake.
Yeah, Damrod, that's you see the names followed by the son of Elder Masil. And then this symbol is on there. And this symbol is again the royal line of Arnor, the Kingdom of the North.
I think Damrod just kind of traces this symbol, kind of like in awe and reverence. He doesn't really like the name doesn't ring a bell, but I think he knows it's connected to the kind of some of the stuff he's looking for. And he just takes a minute, like out of respect and reverence, and then moves on. Continues to look.
Okay. Do the four of you continue moving around the room? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Do you continue to move around the room?
Yeah.
Maybe come over to this sarcophagus and jars and such. Can I take a peek at it?
Okay. As Aurelion and Rook, you get to the sarcophagus here also, and propped up with its back to the sarcophagus here is a body. It's severely decayed. However, not decayed enough to match the age of this place. Its clothes are still intact. Its leather boots, its belt, and the skin can still be seen on there. It's not completely a skeleton.
I kind of speak up, and how did he? Like, obviously, he probably got down here the same way we did. Could he just not get out? It's not. I mean, it's really not that steep. You should be able to climb out.
And the boulder was in the way.
Oh, right.
Do you
My
think
bad.
someone trapped him here?
I mean, it kind of seems that way. It kind of seems like the boulder was put in place for a reason. And this guy's down here clearly probably couldn't get out if he's as strong as we are. And if he had no light, and I kind of like look around, if he had no light, I don't see how he could get out.
Kevin, can I tell from where I'm standing if there's still light coming from where we pushed the boulder out of the way?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Maybe you should have thought about that earlier.
Did someone prop the door open?
Like at this point, if Damrod hears them talking about this, he's probably just looking over at Marikar with concern on his face.
Marikar's face is completely oblivious. Just nothing behind the eyes.
I would expect nothing less, but
he's got Labrador face.
I mean,
Is there
you
anything
certainly didn't see like there isn't no mechanism to the rock outside the boulder.
No, I didn't think that.
Yeah.
I kind of. Is there anything in the sarcophagus or these jars or anything next to me, or is it just?
Yeah, just give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
I'd also like to look around if possible.
Yeah.
Can I roll 2?
Yeah, certainly.
Mm.
Rook, just give me a D20 and then another D20. A D10, sorry.
You said D10.
Yeah, just a D10 at the end. Yeah, you find 8 silver and 9 gold in like the jars and the chests scattered around.
I kind of look over. I kind of look over at the dead body and go, he doesn't need it.
Is he wearing anything on his fingers?
He is not. Would you like to investigate the body some more?
Wait,
Yeah,
yes, please.
Okay. What are you looking for, or what are you trying to investigate about the body, first of all? Because that will then determine the skill that you're going to use.
You go first, Rook.
I mean, is he elven? Is he human? Maybe I'd be looking at that aspect first.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an investigation check again.
13.
Okay. And nature.
Nature. Eh.
Okay. Looking around, the height is about maybe 5'8", 5'9", so not a very tall. They are male, and the degradation of the corpse itself. The hair is pretty much all fallen out. There isn't any sort of point to the ears, but it's difficult to really tell. The clothing, however, again, is probably degraded enough. It's not really something that like Aurelion would wear or yourself, but still doesn't really answer your question if it's an elf or a human. It's definitely not a dwarf. It's too tall to be a dwarf.
Maybe start checking his pockets, kind of see if he has anything in here who might help tell us who he is.
Okay, yeah.
Investigation. Nice.
Aurelion?
I'm checking his fingers.
Yeah, okay. So investigation.
All right. Hold on, I lost my sheet.
And then we'll go with medicine.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. Yeah, so you are looking over the fingers. And yeah, you can't really tell anything about the fingers themselves. And it's difficult to tell if they ever wore a ring, but there are no rings on his fingers at all.
There ain't no rings on me.
Damrod, Marikar, have you made your way over to the elves?
Eventually.
I mean, probably if there's nothing in between us and them.
Yeah.
No, not much at all.
Cool.
Empty jars. That's pretty much it.
Like I lead over to Aurelion. Yeah, I found these down there. I kind of pull out the two that I found down there. I found these in this, or I found these in this box.
You just hang on to them.
We don't split it. Okay.
Damrod, you see another sarcophagus bearing similar symbols. This one would say grandson of Elder Masil, and have the same symbol on.
Demrod probably does very similar to what he did before. Walks up to it, kind of traces the symbol. Is that the same name as what was on the other one?
Yeah, so the other
son
two
of.
had, son of, and this was grandson of.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he'll just kind of like trace the sigil again and maybe do like, I mean, whenever a Numenorian would do, something like the rosary that they do, but it's like a Numenorian thing for like a respect thing, basically.
Yeah, that's fine. Does anyone react to Damrod doing this at all? Paying some sort of reverence or respect?
I think Marikar would also do that in kind of whatever his way is of doing it.
Yeah.
Not really knowing why, but seeing that it's important to Damrod, so he wants to pay respect as well.
I think the custom would seem, I guess, strange to Mablong. So he kind of just like kind of stands there in silence. I mean, he figures that's the best respect he can give because he doesn't understand the custom.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stands there, it's just like, okay, I'm just being quiet. Just kind of stands there staring around. But I don't understand what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. I don't.
He thinks of a joke, but then remembers like it might not be a time for a joke.
Out of curiosity, has Rook ever like witnessed anyone dying or had anyone that he knew died?
You know, no, I don't think so.
Wow, that's wild.
Because he, if I'm not mistaken, you know, he really kind of hung out in the woodland realm with Thranduil, and then like Rivendell. But no, I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
he knows about death, and he knows that
I don't know. I don't know what Rook did during the Battle of Five Armies. He might not have gone to that.
I survived it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you went to that, then you would have seen people die.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like, I get the feeling that Rook is kind of the spoiled kid. He's kind of been sheltered, not really gone and done. Because I mean, actually, like at the very beginning of this book, it pretty much says it's Rook's first adventure outside, like an elven realm, unassisted, like without bodyguards and such.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll just keep an eye on Rook and make sure he doesn't do anything inappropriate.
I said, hey, Aurelion, remember that time that Marikar cleaved through that? Oh, that was great. It was such a great swing.
In what world is that appropriate for this situation?
Well, maybe he can teach me how to do it because, like, if I can find a sword.
You could have said that at any point during this whole adventure, and you choose now.
Well, I found another broken sword, and they got me thinking. Well, this handle's big. Marikar's got a really big handle, and then I was like, he swings it really hard.
Please never say the words Marikar has a very big handle.
He's not wrong.
Confused, very confused. Rook is like, he doesn't. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense, Aurelion. Why would you even say something like that? I don't get it. He's completely oblivious.
Yeah, Marikar's being all like somber and trying to pay respects, and then when he hears that, he goes, "He's not wrong." And then he said down.
What's Aurelion's reaction to Damrod?
He does like pay respect. Like he's taking this about as seriously as he can. But he's not like treating it like it's less than just because like it's a man that has died and not an elf.
Does he look at the sarcophagus at all, or?
He's probably gonna like look through and make sure there's nothing that he's looking for, but he's trying to do it without like upsetting Damrod too much.
I mean,
But
the lid is definitely still on. You know,
kind of just like getting there a little bit when he's not looking. Like, I know you're suffering, bud, but we got a job to do.
It doesn't look like it has ever been disturbed.
Okay, no, there's no way that Timaeus would just come in here and slide it into this never before disturbed sarcophagus.
Very, very, very confused. I would, I'm sorry, he's blunt. Damrod, what's the significance with, like, what's going on here? Like, I don't mean to seem, I guess, insensitive, but like, why is this so important to you? I don't quite understand.
These were members of my people once. And unlike elves, and he's not crying or anything like that, but he's talking very slow and deliberately. We don't live lives quite as long as elves do. And sometimes we lose those that we shouldn't.
Well, it looks like he's been dead quite a while. Is he himself of significance to you, or just like his line of people?
I don't know his story. I don't know his family's story. I just know that they were part of a culture that has been lost to the land, or very nearly lost, a history that is near gone. History that I'm trying to restore and at least find knowledge of. I will pay my respects to any monuments, any graves, any ruins that I find of this lost history.
Does Aurelian look over the writing on the sarcophagus?
Yeah, just to see if I recognize it. I've got a
Um,
few languages that I know.
Yeah, if you want to give me a history.
Stuff on.
Okay. Elder Masil is a name from quite some time ago. When perhaps when Damrod says he doesn't know the story, you would say Elder Masil was the middle child, the middle son of Eldakar. Eldakar was the last king of Arnor. Sorry, Arendor. Arendor was the last king of Arnor United. After Arendor died, Arnor was split between his three sons, and the kingdoms of Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudar was created. Elder Masil claimed the land of Rudar, which was the nearest to Rivendell, but it was also the first to fall to the Witch King of Angmar. The elder Masil was, and his people was coaxed and coerced into war against his brothers, and war between the Dunedain went on for almost a generation, until Elder Masil died, betrayed by the hillmen of Rudawa, the lesser men, those that you have already fought against. And so his line was ended, and it appears that this Barrow was perhaps where the body of Elder Masil, his two sons, and his grandson was brought. Of the line of kings, of the line of Elendil and Isildur, but not of the eldest house of Elendil and Isildur, but still princes.
Kevin, is it well known where his corpse was brought, or is this kind of a new discovery?
I mean, it might have been recorded somewhere by the Dunedain, but that could very well have been lost with the fall of the whole structure of the kingdom. I don't think Damrod would have known about this, and perhaps the Dunedain of today probably wouldn't know about this.
As I finish recounting this, I will just turn to him, kind of studying the look on his face. So, having known this, do you intend to leave Elder Marcel and his kin here, or do you think they will get a proper burial somewhere a little bit more befit for the Dunedain than a stinky old mud hill?
Does this seem like it seems like they were like properly buried here, right? It doesn't seem like
Yeah,
they
but
were
it's
just kind of thrown in here.
yeah, but no one knows where it is.
He doesn't want to die in a hole. Maybe he wants to die outside a hole. We gotta rope.
Mm-hmm. And like a place that is not a big swamp.
Maybe a proper burial underneath the rays of the sun, as it were.
I
Maybe have a monument built.
don't know about you and exactly what you do when an elf passes. It's not widely talked about as far as I know. But this could be their proper burial chamber. It may need to be restored and fixed. This could be their family's chamber here. This could be where they're meant to be buried. Had it not
Fair.
been for the calamities you've described and people coming here to hide rings and treasures.
Can I look around to see if this place is deliberate?
Yeah, I mean, just by what you've seen, it's very old, but it is a very, there are parts of it that are well designed and decorated. This is definitely a barrow to hold the dead, and this one, it has signs and symbols of the history of, of the Dunedain that Aurelian and Damrod probably recognize. As I said, Aurelian, you would explain that again, when the kingdom of Arnor split into three, the eldest son held Arthedain, and is the sort of true lineage. And then the other two kingdoms was ruled by the other king's brothers. And eventually they started fighting and a civil war broke out. And Ruador was the first to sort of get corrupted, and ultimately taken over by the Witch King of Angmar, so that only two kingdoms then survived, Cardolan and Arthedain. Took another, I think, 600 years for the other two to lose eventually, but they did. And that's when the Dunedain became wandering rangers, rather than a people, a culture, a civilization as such.
Then I will definitely say to Damrod, I cannot claim to know what you're going through with all this, but I do apologize that we've taken to looting what is definitely a significant place for your people. And if the situation was different, then I can guarantee we would not be here. But we do have a job to do. I do apologize for that. And
contact.
I will go ahead and try to open up that sarcophagi to look inside. Because now that I know it's someone so important, it's someone so important. Maybe it is in there.
Sorry, we're looting and taking things of your people, but let me look in here and see what I can find.
Like,
Listen, I said I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry about what's happening right here. We got
I mean,
Oh my-
most of the jars and chests that you've seen,
Mhm.
are already looted.
uh, a lot of them are empty, but they don't match the age of this place. You know, maybe one or two look old, but there are definitely some newer, more recent, like things here.
My point still stands. I'm looting this sarcophagus.
That's a fact, Jack. I'm looking for more coins and shiny things of value.
I'm not looking for that. Just looking for the one thing that we're here looking for.
The one thing to rule them all.
I am here assisting you looking for the thing while I do my thing. If you find
Damrod doesn't he doesn't look as though he enjoys what's happening, but he is also like not upset at Aurelion for looking for that one ring. But he keeps looking over at Rook, who is just like, oh, a piece of candy. Oh, a piece of candy. Oh, a piece of candy. He doesn't stop him, but he just keeps looking over at Rook just with this, like, he's just got the look.
He's got the look.
Also, Rook doesn't really know the full extent of what we're looking for anyway.
Yeah, I have not been properly informed. Therefore,
Merkar thinks it's a necklace.
Yeah, exactly.
see, I mean, and therefore, like, I'm not. It's not that he's trying to be rude. It's more the fact that he doesn't understand the situation.
Yeah.
It's
you're
not that
probably-
he wants gold, but he's just picked up every piece of gold we found.
Mhm.
It's
But
just
it was
pure
found- it was
ignorance.
found fair and square.
Look, they're not using it.
No,
Yeah, they're dead.
nobody else is using it. Like, what? It's just sitting here. Being
Okay.
taken away for what? For what?
Okay, Museum of Britain.
I can put it to good use.
Rook is the most dwarven elf I've ever seen.
I want him to meet Gimli. I think they would get along so well.
To be fair, what was my weakness? Was it shadow sickness? Or,
No,
yeah.
wasn't it like shiny stuff?
Yeah, dragon sickness.
it was dragon sickness, exactly. I'm playing my character. I don't know what, but
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't fair and wasn't on brand. I'm just making
funny.
the statement that he is the most dwarven elf I've ever seen.
Again, Thranduil, he also likes jewels and shiny things.
it does.
Very much so. Someone said they wish to check the pockets of the body.
That was me. But seeing
You,
when I see Damrod staring a hole through me,
well, that's up to you.
kind of look over at Damrod, study his face before I go pick in his buddy's pocket.
He's like going for the pocket, like, like, is that okay?
He's okay. So to be clear, he's not. He's not. He doesn't really give you that look. He's not doing it constantly, but he'll look over at you. You know, when he hears you move something around, and that look will come over. Like the look gets a little stronger and stronger. Like if he starts to see you put stuff in your pockets, and you know, like I said, oh, I found a piece of gold. I'm gonna put this in my pocket, even though it was, you know, it was laying over this dead corpse's eyes or whatever. Like
To be
he's.
fair, I found the gold before you came over here, therefore you wouldn't have seen me take the gold.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm imagining that you're looking through the other sarcophagi and stuff. Like, while, I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm imagining that that Rook's not standing there watching Aurelion search, that he's probably looking too. And if he's taking things like other than what we're actually looking for, then like Damrod's just just thinks you're being disrespectful, basically.
I don't understand. Yeah, he doesn't like I said, he doesn't quite get it. He doesn't quite get the. I mean, he understands like traditions because elves have traditions and stuff. But like, do you want to look through his pockets? Maybe we might find something of use.
Aurelion, have you found what we're looking for yet?
Is there anything in this sarcophagi that will help us?
You find an entombed body of a male. You can see that it is also become mummified, although maybe better preserved than you'd probably expect. It has a sword. It's clutching a sword on its over its chest. Its clothes look fine-ish, with a circlet of silver on its brow. It does have 2 rings. One on its wedding finger, I guess, and then one on the middle finger on its right hand. Both, one is silver and one is gold.
Are they capital R rings? Can I tell that?
You can give me an investigation check and a law check.
Okay.
The one, as suspected, is a simple wedding band, or a matrilineal band, you would suspect. The other one is a lot more decorative. However, it doesn't appear to be anything special other than just a jewelry band. It has a single snake devouring a sapphire, and that's the silver one.
I will very quickly close the sarcophagi before Rick can get any sniffs of what's going on in there, and I will turn back to Damrod. Nothing yet. Some of this stuff is so much more new, though. I didn't think that the thing we're looking for would be in the sarcophagi, but it was worth checking. These new items might be most likely where we're going to find it.
Rook, if you do go ahead and just search the corpse, not in the sarcophagus, the one that's on the floor, you would find a notebook within it. Almost, it looks sort of like a diary, a journal as such. Aurelion, Damrod, you yeah, Rook, you would find on the corpse, not in the sarcophagus, but the one that was slumped down. It's a leather-bound small notebook. It looks like it might be a journal, a diary of some sort.
And kind of open it, kind of thumb through it, see if I can make sense of anything I see.
You trying to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything Marikar is up to during this time?
Marikar's just chilling, kind of letting everyone do what they got to do. He doesn't really have have anything going on his side of things here. But he's just kind of keeping an eye out in case we get ambushed or something, but he can't see half the time anyway. But no, he's just chilling out, making sure everyone's playing nice, I guess.
Okay. Aurelion or Damrod, you see Rook pulls out a small book, looking over it as Rook opens it. You can see potentially it's a journal, a diary.
Can I read this?
Yeah. Just give me an investigation check as you are sort of quickly flicking through.
I want to use inspiration on that.
Okay.
Well, I tried.
Yeah. You're flicking through so quickly to try and just find one piece of information. It seems that you're not absorbing any of the information.
I just kind of close it and hand it, I guess, to Aurelion since he's closest to me. Like, here, you want to take a look at the book?
Yeah, I like books. I'll look.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check then.
Sorry, I wanted to say don't waste your inspiration.
It's okay. It's okay.
If you hadn't, I would have gotten that one.
Yeah, you take a couple of minutes to sort of scan read, and it's definitely a journal. And it's dated quite some time ago. A lot longer than you'd expect. However, it's probably the journal probably starts just before maybe a couple of years, 2 or 3 years before your travels to find your sister.
Oh, okay. Does it mention any kind of names?
It starts off with the name Nathaniel Heatherton, which you would know by now is the same family name as Timaeus and Thomas Hefferton. And you spend just a couple of minutes quickly scanning the first few pages, and it talks about him wanting to be an adventurer, to be a treasure hunter. He's going to leave Bree and make a name for himself. It mentions him trying to hook up with another friend of his, Egri, from Bree, and them going out to search the Barrow Downs nearby. Then it goes on to say that he met a dwarf and his son, called let me just make sure I get this song right.
Was it Gron?
It was Gron and his son Graw, and that they might have some jobs, going off on adventures. It mentioned a few trips out, and meeting an associate of Gron called Gorlank, who gave him a job to go and find something far away down south.
So Brooke would maybe notice this, but maybe the others not so much because they don't know him as well. But as soon as Gorlank is mentioned and that Gron who stole the ring or helped steal the ring knew him, Aurelian's like face just kind of turns white and his like stomach just drops as the realization that the ring was probably stolen by someone who did know his uncle.
I get right up to Aurelion. I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong?
I can't really explain it right now, but I think someone bad was also looking for what we're looking for.
Do you think they may have found what we're looking for?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm worried that maybe.
I feel like we're back to square one with this.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
We're
If this
looking for something that may have already been found.
possibly, but
The
Timaeus was the one who had what we're looking for, and we could assume that he had it pretty well.
the journal goes on to almost describe their travel to Eregion. Although he didn't know how to describe the place. And then the journal goes on to say that once there, Gron, Egri, and him uncovered the place where a great treasure was found, but then Gron turned on them and killed Egri. And in turn, he killed Gron, and he fled with the ring from some unknown terror at that time.
As he's reading this, as soon as Rook would have his back turned, Aurelian would rip out the pages that mention anything about the ring, kind of crumple them up and toss them into the water below. Anything that mentions Gron having been overcome by something that led him to try to. You're muted, Charlie.
I said, well, I'm staring right at you.
Okay, I won't do it if you're staring right at me.
No. You already did it. Now I'm looking
No,
at
I said when you're not looking at me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it speaks of how he wandered through the wilderness, trying to find his way back to Bree, and got lost in the wilderness, and was rescued by a young ranger who escorted him back to Bree safely. The journal skips some time until it talks about Nathaniel and his nephew, who also shared his spirit of adventure and treasure hunting, young Timmy. They formed a partnership themselves and went out exploring the Barrows and looking for treasures. Something that, with having possession of the ring at that time, that he kept secret from Timaeus. The ring helps him find certain places and certain things, and almost guided him to things that he desired: gold, jewelry, places, and that it felt like the ring had a magical power of doing these things, of locating things. The journal goes on to talk about how Timaeus had got hurt one time and was sort of stuck at home. But they hoarded all their treasure that they found here at the Black Barrow, which was one of the locations that the two of them found, with the help of this ring. And during this time, another person joined their joined his joined him as a partner. A young woman at the time. This young woman, he finally showed her the Black Barrow. The last entries of the journal, as you are just flicking through towards the end, are done a lot with a very shaky hand. And it's talking about how she betrayed him, how she stabbed him, and pushed him down the hole. And now he's trapped here.
Wow.
Wait,
Um,
when you say hole, do you mean this? Or is he this over here?
Yeah. Oh, basically the way into the barrow, not the
Okay.
watery hole. And it talks about how he can't feel his legs. And he's down to his final torch. And how his rations are low, but because he can't feel his legs, he can't possibly crawl out. And even if he did, he wouldn't be able to move the stone. And he just basically writes, whoever finds this, if anyone does find this, then perhaps word will get to his nephew as such.
Does the book mention the name of the woman?
It does. Let me
She gonna die for this. We gonna avenge him.
find it.
It's Marikar's
That's
child's
what I was
mother.
thinking. What if? It's not because he would have just said it.
It is
Nala.
No.
Lion King.
Berelas. B-E. I'll type in chat. B-E. Berelas.
I will convey what I've learned. I'll point to the corpse on the ground. It looks like his name was Nathaniel. He was related to Timaeus. And I'll just relay the rest of the information. It's very possible that sorry. It's very possible that what we're looking for has already been stolen by someone named Barrowless.
Rook kind of throws his head back. Like, okay. So where's she at?
Kevin, no way that it says it right.
It actually provides you with the map.
Go here.
Does it have one of the coordinates?
It does not, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they're dwarven coordinates.
I can read Dwarven.
I believe so, can I? Well, if it's gone, then we have no other reason to be down here.
It could still be here. And I will pocket the journal and start frantically looking around anywhere that I can see that might help us find that ring. Especially the new stuff.
Just give me a investigation check again.
Nailed it.
Just looking around, you don't see much more of anything else. Maybe a stone tablet. Like you sort of maybe, I guess, look over this direction at the wall, which is broken and shattered in places, and you pick up that it just tells the story of the effectively of what I've told you about the history of the people who were buried here, and that this was the tomb of this was the barrow of the first king of Rudawa, middle son of Arendor, the last king of Arnor, of the line of Elendil.
All right. It looks like nothing's here. So we may need to find this Barrowless woman and see if she's taken what we're looking for.
She could be anywhere from Mordor to the Shire. We don't even know where to go.
I'd be willing to bet a great amount she's not in Mordor. At least not yet.
Well, it's possible that Timaeus may have known her, so perhaps Tom knew of her as well.
Do you think that child will be of any help to us?
At this point, Aurelian's just kind of pacing back and forth, like flipping through this journal to see if he can find anything else. And when you say that, he just goes, I don't know. Do you have a better idea?
Marika,
Mm-hmm.
give me a D4, please.
Oh,
I
boy.
shall. That's a trace. That means
Okay.
3.
Yep.
Ooh, spooky 3.
I don't like when Kevin asks for a roll and then doesn't say anything. It's just
Nobody
like,
knows
okay.
Why? And then he's
Hey.
quiet.
Kevin, I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
Relevant, not really relevant. Does Marikar know Mordor and what entails Mordor and how you cannot simply walk into Mordor?
I would
You
think.
can't say that without doing this. One, not. Give me a shadow law.
That's 10.
Oh, I would say your peoples have heard of a dark land in the south, where perhaps a great enemy once was from, but
Ah, yes, I recall now. Mhm.
that was so long ago that
Right, yeah.
like it can't possibly even exist anymore.
No,
I don't-
Mudor's not real.
Mudor. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, wouldn't everybody know of Mordor?
No,
No.
like,
We're
you're
only about
talking-
50 years old, right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
you're talking about 3,000 years ago. Now, again, to an elf, right? To an elf, like, that was like 10 years ago to an elf.
Back in my day.
Yeah, but like the Bjornings have only been like accepted as a group of people within the last 60 years since the dragon fell, right? And before that, they were a people like the Bjornings were part of a greater peoples, the kingdom of Ravanian, and like they wouldn't even remember that because they have no written history. All their history is oral, pretty much. You know, the Dunedain
Yeah, it
know
is.
because the Dunedain know because you know they have written history. They have the elves that have been teaching them. But the lesser men of Middle Earth, like 3,000 years is, oh my god, it can't even be comprehended.
Right. Cool. Good enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You have
You've
to
heard
remember, Charlie,
The Legend of Voodoo.
they don't have books where Marikar's from. They don't have two-story buildings. They don't have hobbits. Like Marikar doesn't know anything.
No, he's almost literally lived under a rock.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We're really good at the oral tradition. Oral tradition, though.
Oh, okay. Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a specialty of my people.
That's where their history comes from. So
It's time to leave. We're not fine. We found everything there is to find. Obviously, what we're looking for is not here. It's probably best we leave.
back to the marsh.
And as we're walking out, I will do my best to do that thing I described earlier, ripping out the journal pages that pertain to the ring and throwing them in the water.
Yeah.
Why can I not know?
Because you're not allowed to know about the ring.
Why?
Do I, by any chance, see you do that? May we discuss?
Depends on who's walking out first. I'm guessing Aurelian is trying
to be in back.
Yeah. So give me a perception check, Marikar, and then Aurelian, you can give me either a stealth or sleight of hand.
All of us are just ignoring the sounds of happening behind us.
I mean, if we're just walking and you hear like maybe okay, he coughs when he does that.
Coughs. That's what he does.
Aurelian, are you feeling okay?
Like he's covering up a fart.
Aurelian's able to do that and do as he wishes with the pages. I imagine he's going to be keeping hold of the book anyway.
Yeah, just not those parts.
Who's going to be the first one out then?
I would think I would. He wants to get the crap out of there. This place creeps him out.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
That's never good. Perception.
Okay. You're the first one, and you're progressing your way, just about to start climbing up the slope. Give me an athletics check. See how far up you are.
16.
Yeah. You're probably 2/3 of the way up, near the top, when you hear a familiar voice from outside. The voice calls out, hey, we found it. I told you we'd find it. How about that? I knew if we'd followed them, we'd find it. I knew they'd found me uncle's map.
I sprang out of the hole and like, who?
I'm the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge.
You recognize the voice as Tom Hefferton.
Good old Tom.
Tommy-S. Yep.
Do you continue to climb out?
I'll try to kind of slowly creep out. I mean, I don't know if I can. If they're looking at this, but
yeah, I mean, you can do. It's not a vertical climb; it's more of a scramble. You get to the top and you look out, and you see, indeed, young Tom, arm in a sling, making his way towards the Barrow, accompanied by a dwarf, and they are also accompanied by 6 other human individuals. I think it's 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 sounds about right. It might have been 10. I'm not sure.
No, it's all right. It's 6.
I kind of crawl out. Maybe on. Well, if they're looking at the hole, they'd see me crawl out. I would assume.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely looking at the entrance. If you're looking to climb out completely, you can do.
Yeah, I get my footing on that last little bit, pull myself up, and push myself all the way out of the hole. I use the end of my spear to pull myself up.
Okay. Let's transfer the players across. And can you see the map, or do I have to reveal the map?
I see black.
I see black.
Okay, let me reveal.
There we go.
Ooh, swampy.
And Neblin Rook. Yes. Oh. You are right here. Do you say anything to the others, by the way, or just
I mean,
climbing on it?
maybe before I climb all the way out, I kind of like, shout down. It sounds like Tom and some other people are here. They followed us.
That's weird. Why would they follow us?
I don't know. Let's go find out. And that's when he hops out. As I hop out, I see Tom like, did you follow us? Is that what you said?
You see, we found him.
Yes, you found us. Why were you following us?
You were keeping it from me.
Keeping what from you?
This place, my uncle's secret.
Oh, yeah, because I just knew about it and decided not to tell you.
Yeah, you had the map. What's the rest of you doing?
I believe I'm third in line to scramble up the scramble up the scramble.
I guess that leaves me to climb out.
Yeah, I'm last.
All right, give me the athletics check,
Shit.
Damrod.
I just saw who was above us. I don't want to be here anymore.
It's just a bunch of humans. It's fine.
You said athletics?
Yes.
17.
A bunch of humans that Rook has never run into, but Charlie's other character has run into.
Oh no!
That's what. Do I recognize the little jerks?
I
Ruh-roh.
mean, Charlie maybe recognizes the jerks. Rook doesn't.
He realizes they're not good people. He's a good judge of character.
Are
Yeah,
the Black
Damrod,
Riders?
As the gold he stole from corpses jingles around in his pocket.
Oh, these guys are bad and terrible characters.
They probably rob graves.
And laugh got it.
With this amount, my other party would have no problem wiping the floor with that amount of people. This party, however,
Oh,
What are you trying to say?
Okay,
I'm saying there's
okay,
less of us.
Charlie.
I'm saying there's less of us as opposed to the other party. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it
Mhm.
sounded like an attack on our character.
No, well,
and we aren't robbing graves.
if you took it that way, that's a you problem because it wasn't meant.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here we are again, arguing.
Well, we
Um,
best.
Yeah, like what if we all just came out of this arguing like tooth and nail on the way out and just
What
walked
if they
right by
laugh?
them?
I think we kind of
Just
have
like-
to at this point.
Just like walk right by them. Don't give them any. Don't give them any attention. We're
There's
just
some,
all
like-
arguing amongst ourselves.
Anyway, so as I look up
yeah.
and see Tom and these other spoopy boys, I'm like, hey, maybe y'all should come help. Come on. I kind of step to the side.
I'm coming. And then Thick Boy's gonna be coming out. Oh wow, what a formation! It's like they move in sync.
I would also like to come out.
Okay, yeah, just give me
Happy Pride, everyone.
give me athletics checks.
I kind of move out.
Oh no.
Come
Oh.
on.
Okay.
Throw down a rope.
Okay, you know what? This is important. I will use my
Same.
inspiration. Okay.
Big boy, I'm Chunk.
He's the thick boy.
He comes out. "Ah."
There's just the echo of his clap.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Aurelian, you're able to get yourself out also.
I very nonchalantly take my spear and I'm just like, I'm just gonna aim up my bow.
Yeah,
Hey, Thomas.
you can all see Tom again, arm in sling, pointing at you all. I knew it. I knew you'd all be here. You come to steal me uncle's treasures. Well, it's mine. It's mine and my family's. It's not yours. That map should have been mine.
Well,
Okay.
dude, you can have it.
Yeah, and I will pull out the map. To be fair, you would not have been able to read this, so we've really done you a favor, and I will throw it into the water in front of him.
That's rude.
Whatever is down there, you can have.
Marikar would go grab the map and try to hand it to Tom.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, the dwarven character would step forward alongside Tom and sort of put his hand on his back and say, "No, laddie, it's all right. We'll take it from here. You don't need to worry. I got some business with these elves, I guess. Been digging around too much into things they shouldn't be digging into."
To be fair,
Yeah,
we found it. We didn't necessarily dig in and find it. We came across it when we were on our journeys. We didn't steal it. We found it. So
Could I look to the dwarf and just say, I don't suppose he would be Burrow, would you?
Who, sorry?
What was his name? Graw?
Graw.
Did you just ask a dwarf if his name was Grow? That's so offensive.
Yeah.
I wrote down GROH. I was like, how do you pronounce that again?
Marikar looks to Aurelion and he's like, whoa, listen, that's super offensive, dude.
Not the one who named him.
He
All right,
looks,
fair enough. Whoa.
ah, you know then. You know where I am. How do you know that then, Elfie?
Considering that he seems to already know, I will put down my hood and just my skin will turn kind of bright white as I just glare into them.
I know that name because I am the one who owns what your people have stolen, and I've come to retrieve it.
Love the effort.
I heard I'm Aurelian.
I didn't say that. Did
Oh,
it not
that's
come
what I
out?
heard. Okay.
It sounded
Oh.
awesome, except we couldn't make out exactly what it
Damn
was.
it!
It sounded
No,
amazing,
it
but
was such a
Gi-
good try.
Sorry.
Give me an
Um,
intimidation check.
I was basically saying I know that name because what you have stolen belongs to my family.
all I got out of that is I'm Aurelian.
I didn't even say that.
I'm Aurelian.
Okay, that was a problem that Jeremy had when he used voice mod. So I'll have to
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta speak slow sometimes.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I have a hard time speaking slow in general.
Oh, we know.
Okay. Let me.
I grip the back of my arrow a little tighter. I was like, what the
Okay. You see that the Tom, he sort of, with you unveiling yourself and being completely oblivious, he sort of, his eyes go wide and he starts like trying to backpedal and he actually falls over on his ass in the mud. The men behind also take a step back and grab onto some weapons at their hip. They don't draw them, but they sort of look a lot more hesitant. The dwarf, however, steels himself, and you can't scare me. And he turns around and he steps back and he grasps Tom's hand, and he turns and looks back and says, "Hey, you said it might be your family, but it was my father that found it, Mark Yo. And it was this one's uncle that killed my father. And I'll claim it now." And Tom sort of sharply looks up at, but, and Graw takes a short sword and stabs Tom in the gut. And Tom screams out in pain. And he just turns and says, "What are you standing there for? You been hired, ain't you? Get him!"
I loose my arrow. I want to loose my arrow. Let him have it.
Okay. Loose.
I'd like to throw my axe as well.
Yeah, I will shoot an
but
arrow.
with a point of inspiration.
Did you all ready actions? I heard Charlie say something about arrow.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately. I heard Charlie say something about
Oh,
arrow.
drats.
I shoot at the door if it's a 14.
That misses.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He dodges and ducks.
I do it again because I have 2 actions.
You do not have 2 actions.
Hold on.
He got you there.
It only work that it's because it's a readied action, right? You only get the one.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. He's a
Cunning actions at 2nd level. I get
yeah
a bonus action on each of my turns in combat.
For
It's
certain
already
things.
to do what?
For certain things.
I feel like we've been over this before.
Dash, dodge, disengage.
Not dodge.
Not dodge
Dash and disengage.
and hide.
Hide.
Yeah.
I can't hide.
Yeah, you don't get to dash, dodge, disengage, and dismantle enemies. It's not on
Yeah.
the
Well,
list.
You don't get to duck, dodge, dip, dive.
Yeah.
Well, that's
What
crap.
about Dippin' Dots? What's the consensus on that?
I love Dippin' Dots.
Can we get some Dippin' Dots?
They're
Can we
overrated.
just stop the session and get some
They
Dippin'
Do
Dots?
you have a cunning action, Ray?
Yeah.
They sell them at the gas station down the road. I can go get some.
Oh, go get cotton candy for me, please.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anyway, no, that's it. That's all I got.
Why has that not showed up?
Oh, I see we're going
Yeah.
into combat then.
Yeah, if you can select your character and roll.
Okay. How do you do this again? You right click and then initiative?
You click on your character token,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go on your character sheet and click initiative. 1 second, everyone, because for some reason you guys can't see Tom, right?
Not Tom.
No,
on earth?
Tom.
Now I
There
do.
he is. Now I can see Tom.
I don't know why he. Didn't
Where's
move to
Tom?
the
There he is.
I found him.
I did it for the first time ever.
right.
I messed
Okay,
up on mine. I might be dead.
Okay, so Damrod, Aurelian, Rook, and let me just Marika, add turn. You was 4.14. And we go descending. By the way, I have so many people in this initiative order because I have all the initiatives for tomorrow's game also in here.
Let me look here. Let me go ahead and expose that. I want to see what's because we're all gonna die.
Yeah, Grow, Thomas, Rook, Marika, and where are these two gentlemen over here? GM there. What time are we on? 1 o'clock. So, hopefully they show up now. Should do. Yes, there's one. And there's the other. Okay. Yeah, Rook, you lose the arrow at the dwarf. He sees it come in and he's able to dodge out of the way. And we are going to have one round of the encounter here. And then we'll end it for the night, if that's okay with everyone.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
Works for me.
Yep. Okay. So first one up is going to be Damrod.
Give
What
him
would you
hell.
like to do?
Although I don't have. Do what?
Okay, so quickly, the watery parts of this map will be difficult terrain.
Gotcha.
Is that like here?
Half speed. Yeah. So where Damrod is at the moment, absolutely fine. The dwarf and Tom are in difficult terrain. The two of you here. Oh, I'm pinging on the wrong layer. The two of you here are difficult terrain, as two is Rook.
Damrod, the only one that has some sense about him.
Yeah, getting on some dry land.
Damrod has the only brain cell among this entire group.
Most sessions.
Yeah.
Damrod doesn't particularly have a lot of love for Tom, but he doesn't like the fact that this guy just kind of double crossed Tom and is just like trying to murder him now. He is going to pull his axes and step forward and start swinging.
Okay.
How does that happen?
Oof.
How's that?
8 and 8.
How's that even possible?
I don't know, but go get a lottery ticket with those numbers.
Yeah, I think you need more than 3.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
And I'm not sure that's gonna help my odds any by putting all 8s on a lottery ticket. I can take 2 attacks. We discussed that before, right?
Yeah, with your bonus action because you are a 2-weapon
Gotcha.
fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take 2 attacks.
Yes.
So I will do that.
Nice.
15 is a miss.
Oh shit.
Oof. All right.
He is short and stout.
He's quite live. Aurelion, he actually reminds you a lot of Vili.
Does he have bagpipes?
We'll be safe. He won't be able to hit anything then.
Did Billy ever hit anything? Wait, no, he tried to jump on the back of that warg and then fell off.
Yeah, he doesn't have bagpipes. He has a kazoo.
He's been the one
man.
playing the theme.
Sing the theme tune. Right, theme tune. Yeah, that's 2 misses, unfortunately. You almost got him with that second swing. Surprised him, you did, but he's just nimble enough to get out the way.
I think the sludge has hindered Damrod slightly. Stepping down from this like solid ground into just the swamp.
Yeah. Indeed. Aurelian, you are up. Unless you have more movement you wish to do or say anything.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Can I hit where I am? Can I use my short bow where I am, or would I get disadvantage because of the short range?
You, as long as you are not within melee range of them.
Okay.
So as long as you're not like here,
Okay.
you'll be able to. You won't have disadvantage. So, yeah, I think the short range is 90 feet, and then past 90 feet is disadvantage.
Got it. Then I will pull out my bow and arrow, and I will loose an arrow at this guy. Let me find that real fast. Oh, there it is.
Nailed it.
Ooh,
22.
Nice.
At the dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
That misses. I'm joking.
What if?
I was
The
about
16
to close
almost
my
hit.
laptop and like impossible.
The 15 almost hit. The 22 is a miss by a mile.
Yeah. 22 for 7. That does hit. Whips past, hits the top of his shoulder, scoring a hit. But he almost didn't almost dodge it, but he was able to move enough to make sure that wasn't too much of a vital hit, should we say?
Mm-hmm. And I know I'm probably not going to intimidate him, but I at least want to try to intimidate the people behind him, and also to give myself a chance to try to do this correctly.
Blow his head up.
If we are staking our claims to the governor, they'll hear this. I am Aurelian, son of Tom, and the treasure receipt was made by my father. You shall never take it.
I heard I'm Aurelian that time.
I did say that.
I heard we'll
I
never take it.
yeah, same.
I hope it was clearer on the VOD.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take it.
You won't get another intimidation check because
Yeah, that's fine.
they are already going to be intimidated at the start of this round anyway. So they're going to get some disadvantage on some things.
I'll be real. I was just doing that to see if I could make it work better that time.
Yeah. Any movement still?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. The dwarf is up. He has cunning actions. He's going to bonus action disengage. And he's going to move 10, we'll say 15,
Get back over here.
20, 25. And he's gonna grab a short bow and he's gonna shoot at you, Aurelian. Should make sure roll to public.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Damn.
Don't worry, no sneak damage. But that is 7 piercing.
Yeah, that kind of hits him, kind of trading blows, but
He'll turn to his cronies, I guess, and go, "Go on, what you waiting for? Kill him, chuck him in the hole, let them rot. We'll take their things afterwards." And that's his turn. These guys are looking quite hesitant. Did I give these? He's going to move 5, 10. He's going to move to there. And he's going to throw a knife at Damrod. Public. That is a crit fail.
oh, it didn't show up for us.
Yeah, I've changed it. Now it should show up the next one. And then he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna throw at Damrod as well. 8 missing. 5, 10, 15. This guy. Move to there. Throw Aurelion this time. I think. 14 is going to miss. Let me just measure that out, make sure I get that right. Okay, would have been disadvantage anyway, which also missed. And then we'll just move back there. That's their turn. Thomas, he's going to bleed out. But let's give him a death save. Oh, 19. He's holding his guts in at this moment in time. He's squealing like a stuffed pig, bleeding out into the murky water, where he's probably going to die of infection anyway. Next up will be
It looks like it hurts.
these guys. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 25. Get to there. Take the dodge action. 5, 15, 25. Take the dodge action. Go 5, 10, 20, 30. Take the dodge action. As he's like wading through the mud, like they've got they have a battle axe or an axe in one hand and this long knife in another hand. Mablung, you're up.
Where did
Rook, you're up.
It's gonna be a disadvantage, obviously, because they take the dodge action.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna shoot at this guy right here in front of me.
Okay. This one?
Yep.
Yep. Give me a D4. Sorry, a D6.
3.
3. Okay. Your bowstring breaks, but not your bow.
The spirit is.
And I will raise up my bow and kind of showing like you can grab mine if you need it.
Just pluck one of your long elven hairs out and restring it.
That's
I
true.
don't think it works that way.
Wait, if it
I
broke, then that
will-
means you don't have a count of how many people you've killed or how many orcs you've killed.
The string
will
broke,
kinda-
not
I will
the
kinda
bow.
go to the backside of Aurelion just in case I need to grab the bow because I'm actually pretty good with the bow. So I'll wait for him to like. By that time, I have my spear in my hand just in case, but I'll let him use his bow, and I'll probably have to make a different attack soon.
Okay.
And that's it.
And Marikar.
Marikar would look to the Fellowship and say, "We can't fight them out here in the open. Let's back up behind these pillars, so at least we have some cover. Make them come to us."
It's a good idea.
And then he's gonna dash as quickly as possible to right there. Hopefully taking cover behind that pillar.
Yeah.
And then I think that's all he can do.
Yeah, I mean, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, that's 50 feet of movement you used. Unless you bonus action and rage, but yeah. Okay, Damrod.
Oh, I have my axes out though. I think Damrod kind of freezes for a second because he's not expecting Marikar to make a decision like this and like a sound judgment like this. He's just kind of used to seeing Marikar run headlong into battle.
Marikar learned that hurts.
So like for a second, Damrod just kind of stands there and then he starts to back up. 10, 15, 25. It's pretty much as far as I'm gonna get. And I think that I didn't dash. I can move all the way, I guess. That's only 25, 35,
Poor elves.
Typical movement.
45. I'm doing by 10. I have 60 feet. That should put me at like 55 feet there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then I'll just kind of switch over to my bow and get my longbow ready.
Tom looks at you as he's trying to hold his like intestines in, and he reaches out to you as you turn and run away. Oh, wait! Oh,
You're on your own, bruh. Nobody likes you. Sorry.
Nobody likes you.
Aurelion.
I will hand my short bow to Rook and grab my scimitar, and he just does this really, really big sigh. He's like, "I'm gonna regret this," and he's going to
No. No.
5, 10, grab him.
Yeah.
I moved 20 feet essentially, and that's 30, 40.
You're trying.
and
You're
50.
trying to pull him, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So moving someone, you will travel at half speed again.
Are you kidding? Oh my gosh! So I'm like right here.
How are you surprised? You better be using him as a shield.
Might as well. He's dying anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
Nice
not
knowing ya.
narratively, but functionally, if I could.
If it happens.
Yeah, if it happens, I wouldn't try.
Yeah, does Tom give you like what, quarter cover? Something like that?
Covers your knees. Stops you from taking an arrow to the knee, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah, well Aurelion needs his fucking head. So
It's true. That's where all the good stuff is for him.
can't read if he ain't got a head. Yeah,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Get out of there.
And that'll be my turn.
Graw, gloating with his short bow. He just holds the bow ready to fire, to loose at you, Aurelion. So he's holding his action, taking aim at you. These guys, 5, 10, 20, 30. It's there. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 25. There. It's there. Tom, while you are dragging him, is gonna see if he's bleeding out some more. Oh no, he's still alive. He's doing well. Clinging on to life, old Tom is, or young Tom.
What are you doing?
5, 10, 15, 20. Run up to Rook. And the ringleader is going to take a swing. Ugh, that's bad news. A 20 to hit for 8, Rook.
Guys, he has
And
it.
then
He called him the ringleader. He's got it. He's got what we need.
Get him.
Dog pile him.
Yeah. 10, 20, 25. You're going to run up to here. That will trigger his held action. Oh, 20 for 12 damage, Aurelion.
Ooh, it's not looking good.
Oh wow.
Charlie, don't just sit back and do this.
Oh, that sucks. Good luck though.
Good luck with your 3 health hit points.
And then the ringleader himself is going to attack you, Aurelion. Missing. 17
I'm down.
for 6.
Yeah, I'm down.
10, 20, 25, 30 to there, and he'll take the dodger. No, he's gonna go 35, 45, 55. That's where he's gonna get to as he's rushing up to you, Damrod. Mablung, Rook, you've just seen Aurelion get brought down by.
Well, if I go up to him, it's going to trigger attack of opportunity.
Not if you're right here.
You also have a bonus action disengage.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to disengage and just leave him.
Well, if you move here, you can grab him, and you wouldn't be invoking attack of opportunity.
Yeah, but that leaves me open when I grab him.
Oh yeah, no, you're dead next turn. You're gonna be in the same exact spot.
I gotta attack this guy next to me. No.
He made his choice. Come back.
Look, I've got some healing stuff on me. Maybe Tom can figure it out.
Kid, hold on. Let me look.
Yeah, he'll figure out how to use it on his own stomach.
And then run away.
Could I rummage? Could I use my turn and take some of his own stuff and heal Aurelion?
You can give me a medicine check.
I actually
That
got some.
has happened before.
I don't like the way Kevin said that though.
24.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a damn good medicine check.
Give me Aurelian. What is your healing hands?
Oh, let me check. It's 1d8 per level.
1d8 plus what? Is it just 1d8?
Oh, sorry. I think it's plus wisdom.
Okay. You can give me a 1d4 Charlie plus your wisdom.
D4 plus my wisdom. So 1, 4.
You got a +1. Okay, yeah. So Aurelian, you recover 4 hit points.
Okay. And does that use my last hands as the healer?
Is that your last one?
Yeah. I've still got medicine on me, so I can just eat one of those.
I would say if you have some resources, then no, it won't.
Okay.
So yeah, you can recover 4 hit points.
Okay.
You're done.
Is there anything else Rook would like to do? You still have a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash back to kind of where Damrod is, right here.
Okay. So
And
10,
10, 15.
20,
So I
30,
can't go that far.
40, 50, 60. You will get the attack of opportunity though. 21 for 7.
That fucking sucks. Oh, it's not looking too good for me right now. I yell at Aurelion to fall back. I got you up. Now fall back.
Marika, you are up.
Marikar is looking at the debauchery in front of him, and he is going to take his axe and just throw it because he's not coming out from behind this pillar, and he's going to throw it at. Can I get this guy reasonably?
Yeah. You use one of your hand axes.
Yeah.
Yep, you can do that.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait. This defaults to my strength. Can I just change that to dex real quick?
Oh no, because you use your strength.
Oh, do I? Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Throw.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's strength for thrown and it's dex for like crossbows and
Bows.
stuff and bows and all
Yeah,
that.
this was a thing that came up
okay.
every single time in Curse of Strahd.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And unless you're throwing a dagger or another finesse.
Oh, a finesse weapon. Okay, got yep.
Yeah. Then
Mhm,
sorry, another light weapon, and then it's
Yeah.
dexterity. So, but 8, yeah, that's a
8.
solid hit on this guy for 8
Mhm.
damage.
And then how many hand axes do I have? Okay, cool. I'll get one more. And that is my turn. Can I get in a safer spot? Like, is this side safer than this side?
It is higher, yes.
I'm just gonna scooch there.
Okay.
But I can like still see out, right? Like I can still see
yeah.
kind of what's going on over here.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
Perfect.
Okay. And we will call it there at 1:30
What we call
my
it?
time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 1:30. Jeez, Kevin.
It's not an unusual thing for him.
I know,
No.
but still, hearing it out loud.
The sacrifices he makes for us.
Mhm.
I've actually got to go to work tomorrow as well.
He
That's
loves
why-
us, I think, but I'm not
that's-
sure based on this freaking
Mhm.
session.
mean-
Kevin.
Y'all,
Well,
y'all
it's-
got
it's-
yourself in that situation.
I was fixing to say that's why he's trying to kill us so he can actually sleep before he goes to work from now on.
I didn't take him out this time. Darn, I'm gonna get him next time.
And I would have got away with it too.
I would have got the death at the Barrow.
Yeah.
Damn it.
These
There we go.
these outlaws causing my group some more trouble.
They were not that strong before, Kevin.
Oh yes, they was.
Oh, we just got really lucky, I guess. I don't. At least if I die on this, I still got another character on Thursday.
don't forget the first time you fought them, you almost had a TPK
Yeah, that was
And-
bad. That was real bad.
and you ran away. The second
Yes,
time
we
you
did.
caught them, the second time you caught them in their camp, and you ambushed them.
Well, the first
was
time I
easy.
hopped on a horse to take off, and some random dude just happened to grab me and yank me off.
Yeah,
No, bam.
yeah.
We actually lost one of our characters. Poor Hobbit.
Two of them.
What? His other one died?
Oh, both hobbits died.
How did the other one die?
Like
Did he go at? Oh, he went after him, didn't he?
his son died, right?
Yeah.
And then the other hobbit left, snuck away,
Oh, that's right. That's right. He snuck away.
and went to find his son, and they got him and killed him as well.
Poor hobbits.
Yep.
But we got other people now, so
Yeah. Well,
Stinky hobbitses.
we
hobbits.
we will wrap up there for this evening. Pick up in 2 weeks and
Mhm.
see what the aftermath of that is, and see if Charlie's other character can survive tomorrow as well.
Dun, dun,
That's
You
gonna
got
be
this,
worth-
Charlie.
That's gonna be worse than this one. You don't even understand.
It's starting to sound like this is all Charlie's fault. What'd you do, Charlie?
Yeah, there's a common
Played my
denominator here.
character effectively.
Well, I mean, I flew all the way to Nashville, and only Nathan came to Nashville.
Oh, now he's gonna guilt trip us, Ray.
I guess so.
I mean, he's not
It's
wrong.
those elves.
He doesn't
He-
like
he isn't
picking on
wrong.
the elves. He's picking on the elves. We see who he doesn't like.
You
and
know
who-
what? Jeremy, if you're still here, he's bullying me for going to your great game.
He is. He's bullying you. He's bullying.
Oh, wait,
you.
you were
Hey,
there too,
hey,
Charlie. I forgot
hey.
you
I
were
was
there.
Hey,
I was there. I
what
was with Jeremy and Ray playing a really awesome game.
Yeah.
what was
Hello.
planned first, Jeremy's game or Kevin's trip to the States?
Jeremy's game.
Hey,
I mean, obviously,
while ago.
we all love Jeremy here, and
Can you shout out
Respect.
Jeremy on here?
how amazing his games are. I didn't realize Jeremy's game was over 4 nights though.
You had to be there, man.
yeah, it was some
Oh.
planning. I claimed 2 days for planning. The other 2 I claimed because I didn't have the money to go, and I told you that.
you had a legitimate excuse.
Someone else, not
Somebody
so
else-
much.
Somebody else who lives around the corner, though. I don't.
Around the corner, like 5 hours away. Yeah.
It was just
Not
2
5
hours.
hours.
Oh, that's,
I,
that's like
I drove
5
there
hours
as
to me.
soon
I
as I
live-
got off work.
If I
and-
lived 2 hours, I'd have made that trip.
Also, I was broke as hell.
Yes, ma'am. Preach.
hmm
Oh well, it just means that we'll have to do it next time. I
It
guess.
just means someone else gets to live.
Yeah,
That just
have
means
get
we all
split up
have to go to
next time.
England now.
Yeah,
wanna
see,
go to
y'all made this
England? Have
more
you seen their
expensive
food?
now.
Yeah, thanks, Ray.
There's some crap going on there right now. I'm not going.
There's always some crap going on right over there.
Yeah,
No, just right now.
Well, next year when Kevin comes to the States, me and Nate are planning on being in a Jeremy game. So Kevin's gonna have to stay with Charlie or Ray, and then the other person's gonna have to go see Kevin.
Look, I've got a guest room, but there's a snake. So if you're okay with that,
I'm okay with snakes.
okay.
Nah,
Charlie, what's your
right.
excuse?
I don't have snakes. Hey, I got a spare room. Whatever. I don't care. Stay with me.
Yeah, then you can all travel to Nashville, and then we can carpool over to Charlie.
I think you were gonna
Yes.
say we can carpool to England.
I've got air mattresses and I've got food.
And camping equipment, so no one's left out.
Nope,
You got a
nope,
dartboard. We're good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. I do. I do.
We're good.
I got
It's
throwing
perfect.
knives. That's kind of cool too.
Have you seen all the books he has over there? He's good.
That's true.
Right, I have got to get off, everyone.
All right, man.
All right,
Thanks for
Kev.
that.
See ya.
So-
Nate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully, you've had some. Well, Aurelian has got some answers, and I guess maybe the plot thickens.
That's good. Take cover in the hole.
Yeah, and the story continues to move along.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
See you all next time.
See you, buddy.
Later, guys.
Bye.
The other two of you, Ray and Nate, before everyone dips, do you guys got anything you want to promote or tell anybody about or anything before we go?
Ray, got anything?
Yeah, actually, next week we are kidnapping Nate so he can finally play Starbound with us. Oh wait, that was a spoiler.
Next week I'm at work. Yeah.
Take your look. You're gonna just have to start taking the whole setup with you then.
Yeah, just take the whole setup. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens.
Nathan, are you available?
I should be.
We're
But
gonna
yeah,
finally get you some armor.
we definitely need to get Nate back in too. But yeah, I should be.
I'm way behind.
I will
So
say,
the other thing too, Ray, is there's a game on Steam right now that's like $5.
Oh, it's so cheap.
And I know me and Nate have it now, so we're gonna need
Confirmed.
you and possibly a couple more people to get Pico Park, so we can all have
Pico
some madness
Park?
there together.
yeah, I can get Pico Park. Let me look at it real fast. If it's super cheap, then that's fine.
Oh, it's super cheap.
Yeah, I think
We
it's
gotta get-
$4.99.
We got to get
I'll have
everyone
to-
else on it too.
Well, my thing
Yep.
is I'll have to make a thumbnail for it because I cannot just do a regular no thumbnail when I upload. But yeah, I can do that.
It sounds like something you can do.
Yeah, no, I believe in you.
The park is this game? I've heard of it. Oh, it's the cute game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real cute game.
All right, I am buying it right now.
Woo. Nice.
There we go. There we go. What about you, Nate?
I think.
I got something big this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, with the Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, I am having a podcast episode.
Ooh.
Yes, it is with another streamer. His name is MK Ultra, with 2 H's. But yeah, so he's going to be on the podcast. He's been streaming for a while. He's got a pretty consistent viewership, anywhere from like 10 to 25 ish. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about kind of how he's grown his community, what he's done, how he kind of went through the stages of streaming to nobody. We all do that. So yeah, it's going to be a real insightful conversation on where he started, where he is now, and then kind of just a spotlight on him. Super cool guy. He's definitely one of these people who should be a lot bigger than he actually is, with just the quality content streams that he has. So I'm very excited for that stream there. I think there's going to be a lot of value in it. And then Skill and Chill is what I called today's stream. That was really good. So I'm going to be doing that more. It's basically I'd sit there and grind on RuneScape, and then we hang out on YouTube and watch some stuff. So we had such a cool turnout with that. So that's definitely something to check out. But yeah, that is it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, yeah, I put Ray's and Nate's links both in the chat. Let me post Nate's podcast link too, just for good measure. Yeah, we'll be back here. I'm heading over to Jarl of Goat's channel to play Death of the Deities.
Yeah.
We had to skip last week, so it feels like we haven't played that in forever. And
Didn't we skip
then
the week before? No, the week before the week before.
yes, we've missed a couple of sessions lately. So yeah, it's been crazy. But we're finally gonna get back into it. So I got that later. And then I don't know exactly what's gonna happen to my stream schedule because I'm supposed to start a new job sometime in the near future. If they ever get back to me with a start date, so the stream schedule may change up a little bit. We'll still be doing, this every other Wednesday nights, but the other days, streaming days, might change a little bit here and there. And I'm still setting up the scenes and stuff on the new PC, so I'm not sure when we'll get back into regularly streaming.
Yeah, you got a lot of chores to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm getting close. I've spent the last 2 days working on it, so I should be getting close. But we'll be jumping into the Witcher 3 very, very soon. And then I got some collabs I'm working on. We're playing different games with different people now that I have the PC. And eventually, once everything's set up and ready and rolling, we'll be doing some chat versus streamer in the Long Dark here pretty soon too.
Ooh, Long Dark.
I'm excited for all of it. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've played that game, so it should be real fun. And I haven't
since we've done stream versus streamer.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
stream
going to say.
versus
I haven't
streamer,
done
yeah.
chat versus streamer in a long time too. So there's a few lurkers out there with enough points to where I'm thinking my first few Long Dark streams are just going to be me just being like, all right, guys, I might as well just die now because I have no chance. So yeah.
Damn, 52K.
Mm-hmm.
Rut-row.
I thought I was sitting pretty at 22K.
Good luck with that, Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to do like Scott Dog and cheat and do like a community giveaway or something before, right before I start doing that. Just
there we
to
go.
drain them channel points.
Not gonna get my channel points for free.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I've got 6K, and I had 6K. I just redeemed 3,000 of them.
Yeah, Diamond
Yes.
X be lurking, man.
Dump the points. Dump
in
them.
the shadows, waiting to strike.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go grab a snack and then before we jump in Jarl's game. But yeah,
I gotta go
Ray
hang out with the missus.
Ray did redeem Guide the Raid, so if you guys want to hang out after I throw up the end screen, we are gonna guide Ray's guide the raid to Ray's person.
There you go. Don't have a stroke.
Say
Yeah.
what their name is.
Corporate.
It's corporate what?
It's corporate mommy.
Corporate mommy.
That's who we're rating because Ray's suggestion. Yeah. So just hang out for a few minutes, get a couple more channel points, and save them because it's about to get real around here.
It's about
I'll
to
see
get
you
real.
in another dimension.